Hey guys, this is Justin. Hello and welcome to another video. Today we'll be talking about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the upside to the game, the very real dark side, and as alluded to in the title, the fact that it just added Darth Revan to the list of Star Wars characters with kinda badass hallway scenes. Before we begin, today's video is brought to you by the Eckhart's Ladder Patreon. If you want to join the Patreon, which I've converted into a sort of book club, you can join now, and for just $5, you can choose which sci-fi novel we discuss on the YouTube channel. Link down in the description. Galaxy of Heroes, though, a lot of you are probably familiar with it. It's a massively popular Star Wars mobile game. There are many like it. Marvel has one, Lord of the Rings has one. It's basically a mix of a card collector and a squad strategy game. We'll talk about that later. However, one of the really cool things about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is the degree to which it incorporates Legends material. Now, do they do this for purely monetary reasons? Yeah, but it's still cool to have a game that has new Legends characters added all the time. From Kyle Katarn to arguably the most famous EU first character, Darth Revan. Now, Darth Revan has existed in Galaxy of Heroes for a while. There's a light side version, a dark side version, same with Bastila, and pretty much all the companions from at least the first game are in there as well. What's new is the capital ship Leviathan, and yeah, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes has a squad-based mode, like on the ground using fighters, and also a ship mode. The Leviathan was flagship during the Mandalorian Wars and beyond, although I personally more closely associate it with Malik, who obviously took control of it, and one of the animations featured in the game is pretty cool. It shows Revan taking a strike force to the enemy capital ship, sort of storming the bridge and seizing the ship. Right now, all I've seen is a basic GIF version. Hopefully by the time I put this video out, I can find a video with the sound and music and everything, but it's a nice touch and it's a pretty cool mechanic because it steals the capital ship and allows you to use it. And this is sort of the point where I want to talk about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes overall, because the game has so many cool features, and kind of interestingly for a mobile game, it's actually fun on a basic level. I've done prior Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes videos where I think, understated the fun of the game, but interestingly, I've actually got back into it myself over the past probably about a year and 2 months. I've been playing it pretty much every day. I mean, not for long, but it's one of those games that, you know, you log on every day. Most of the footage captured in this video is from my account. You can see all the characters I have, and like I said, there's a good side, but there's also a very, very dark side. This is probably the most egregiously monetized game I've ever played, and that's definitely one of the things I want to talk about in today's video. But the Legends thing, it's pretty cool. Having a game where there's, you know, multiple versions of Darth Revan that you can control and put in a squad alongside Mara Jade and Kyle Katarn, that's neat. Galaxy of Heroes is also probably the only Star Wars game right now that is actually getting material alongside whatever new shows, video games, and movies are coming out. There's a new Cal Kestis character to match his appearance in Jedi Survivor, and it's a well done character and it's pretty damn neat. You also see Dr. Aphra in the game, characters like Talon who appeared in the Star Wars EU comics. Like, there's a monetary reason why they're doing it, but the fact that they're pulling so widely to bring these characters in, I like that. And the actual fighting mechanics and the depth of the game too is also pretty impressive. There's lots of theory crafting that goes into things. The battles themselves are actually a lot of fun, but ultimately it comes down to the dollar. I just alluded to the fact that Galaxy of Heroes, it's just horrendously monetized, and that's probably putting it lightly. This is like Diablo Mobile almost, levels of they try to squeeze every single dollar out of you. And these games prey on especially a small group of people who are willing to spend just an extraordinary amount of money. My friend Cubs fan Han, who I've actually featured on the channel before, used to have a segment where he would talk to the whales and the krakens of the Galaxy of Heroes community, and some of these people, as I've reported here before, have spent 6 figures on this mobile game, and they get your psychological hooks into you. I've spent money on this, not a lot. I bought the opening, it's called the Hyperdrive bundle. I got it on Star Wars Day, so it was half off, but even that's $100 plus. It gets sort of a set of base characters for you, and that's by far the best deal in the game. And that's sort of why I'm talking about this right now. The Leviathan, the new capital ship, came out, and alongside the ship, to actually unlock and play with it, there are a series of requirements. I personally just went through this in order to unlock the Executor. So I'm putting these on screen. A lot of these requirements won't mean anything to you. For example, R9 Darth Revan. That means Relic 9 Darth Revan. In total, there are over a dozen of these requirements, and to get Relic 9 Darth Revan, for example, you also have to unlock and level up all the characters that you need for Darth Revan himself, because you unlock him through another event sort of like this. Unlike, say, gacha games, it's not just drawing a character. You can actually get basic versions of most characters pretty easily. Where the game really screws you is through the level up system. So you bring characters all the way from gear level 1 to gear level 13. Now, I've got to preface this by saying that me personally, because I'm Star Wars YouTube famous, that's a joke. It's really because I know Arnold T101, an excellent Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes YouTuber and a great dude. My gear income is significant compared to the average person because I'm alongside all of these people who have been playing the game for like 7 years and spent many of them tens of thousands of dollars. I'm leeching off them. Also on that note, shout out to the Casual Patrol. That's the name of my guild. Thanks for the carry. Really appreciate it. But even still, to get a character to gear 13, it takes months, to put it lightly, especially if you don't do the hyperdrive pack, especially because all these characters, you got to grind from 0 shards all the way up to 300. As an example, right now I'm unlocking the Sith Eternal Emperor, like Palpatine in episode 9. One of the guys you need to upgrade, the Sith Marauder. For me to get him to the next level, I got to fill up all these gear slots. Each slot, you need to basically get RNG for like 100 different individual items, and it takes a long time. Then once you get them all their gear leveled up, you've got to go through relic levels. I'm boring you. It's nonsense. It's complete nonsense. And the thing is, this is doable. You can do this in months, years, but everything in the game is designed by people who actively hate you, from the purchases to the way the energy refreshes to the way events are structured so you can't get enough unless you're willing to spend a year doing it. And if you look in the store, for example, if you want to get a character up a single relic level, well, right now you can move Bastila Shan from relic 6 to relic 7 for the special offer of $27. That's one level for one character, and it's $27, and people spend that because you want to be able to do it on day one. And because ultimately your income in the game, your crystal income, which is how you refresh your energy, it depends on you being able to have good ships. Now, me personally, I'm lucky because I don't care about that. I just like collecting little guys, making fun teams, and having them fight each other. But it just sort of sucks because one of the coolest Star Wars products we're getting right now, and that's sort of been the point of this video, with Legends characters, with canon characters, with these cool cutscenes and inventive mechanics, it's just so horribly pay to win that I can't honestly recommend it to anyone, even though I've been playing it. Even though at its base level, when you're having fun, but just designed by someone who hates you. It is kind of funny how people work together to get around some of the game's bullshit. Like, one of the ways you get more income in the game, as mentioned, ship battles. I'm in a Discord chat with everyone who's in my fleet shard. Shout out to TR, Axiom, Chrono, Maverick, all the guys. Zurin as well. But we basically have a program where we know at what point each person needs to be number 1 in the shards so they get the max payout. We basically put lower level ships on defense when we don't need the payout, so everyone can get just that little bit of income that the game tries so hard to make limited to one person. But I mean, even with that, there's no way that we can get around, say, the fact that new characters cost literally tens of thousands of dollars, if not more, to unlock and gear up, and people will spend that. But yeah, otherwise, the community is great. It's very new player friendly, even though the game's not. As I mentioned, there are also some excellent YouTubers. Arnold T101 puts out a super entertaining show, even if you don't watch or play the game. Same with Cubs fan Han, though I know he's moved away from Galaxy of Heroes a bit. But yeah, if you play the game especially, let me know what you think. I do sort of apologize for past videos again where I've said it's not fun, because it is. I've been playing it for a year. It's fun, 20 minutes a day, but I enjoy those 20 minutes somewhat. Anyway, see you guys next time.